Hello, everybody. Welcome to race number 18 out of 20 in the Cup Series. This is the All-Star Offline Racing Series as normal.
Drivers, to your cars.
It's been a very wild week of racing. We started out on Tuesday with the ARCA Series, the Coca-Cola Super Speedway. Very fun track, and that was a great race. Great finish as well. Wednesday, we had the ARCA and the Truck Series at Eldora. They ran the heat races and the last chance qualifying events. Pretty good races overall. Last night, Friday night, we had the main race, the season finale for the ARCA Series and the Truck Series points race at Eldora. And that was just a crazy event all around. And today we bring you Ozark KRT Super Speedway. And this is going to be the final, or not the final, this is going to be race 18 out of 20. So we're waiting for all the drivers to make their qualifying laps. If you're not familiar with this race, you can see this is the front stretch, and this is basically what all the straights look like. They're very short. It is a very, very fast super speedway, and one thing I do want to mention, injuries are not enabled in this race because there's going to be a lot of hard crashes, I can tell you that. This track is very crazy when crashes start happening. Speeds upwards of 250 miles an hour. By far the fastest track we go to. So you guys will see very shortly what I mean there. See, the 37 says Alvin Jones, but that's actually Alex Johnson subbing for Alvin Jones. He has the pole. He won the ARCA race last night at Eldora, and he wrecked out in the Truck Series race. See if he can get a good finish. The points for the Cup Series, it's changed quite a bit. A lot of drivers have a very good shot at winning the championship. Top 6 drivers in points are within 100 points of the points leader. After tonight, we should know who has a shot at winning the championship. Now, the ARCA Series is officially over. Next week, we've got ISM for the Truck Series and the Cup Series, and then we head to Homestead for the season finale. It all comes down to this. See, 37 does get the pole. Some of the new graphics are making their debut this week. If you have noticed earlier this week, and in today's race, for example, we have the ticker at the top. I'm still getting used to it and trying to figure some stuff out, but so far, I think it's just going to probably look like that and probably stay the same speed. Sometimes it does glitch a little bit and stop working, so we're trying to figure out how to work it a little bit better. So Ozark Super Speedway, it's going to be a wild race. I can tell you that right now, and everybody voted for Eldora for the Truck Series and Coca-Cola for ARCA, and then Ozark for the Cup Series this week, as we had issues with the Roval, and we just decided to dump that track completely out of the championship season. And all 3 picks have been very, very good, and it's worked out pretty well so far. I think Ozark is going to be a good choice as well. So let's get underway. We're going to show you the starting lineup. 37 of Alvin Jones, the 12 of April Pryor on the front row.
Drivers, to your cars.
We got the 41 of Tyrell Reznor, the 19 Dylan Epperheimen on the second row. Then you've got the 31 Lindsey Hancock, the 34 Bruce Zero. We've got the 42 of Hunter Blade, the 36 of Jacob Britt. There's the 3, that's Tim Hoffman. Beside him, the 14, Cody Rhodes. We've got the 48 of Ryan Benjamin, the 1 of Laura Lee Wiebe. Oops. We've got the 53 Logan York, the 77 of Steve Pollard, the 6 of Logan Gentry. The 32 Austin Johnson has had the most pole positions this season. One of the dominant drivers, at least starting-wise. We've got the 24, Stephen Pollard III, won last night in the Truck Series at Eldora. Beside him, the 52 of Robert Pollard. We have the 10 of Pablo West. 51 Jeremiah Duane had a great run as well in the Truck Series last night. The 2 of Sam Oskin, third place in points. He starts deep in the field. Beside him is the 9 of Brendan Hancock. Brendan, ninth place in points. He has a shot of winning the championship. The points leader, the 17 Callie Hancock. Beside her, the 11 of Alejandro Rodriguez. The 21 Sahara Rocha. The 22 Nancy Pryor. The 62 of John Book. There's the 96 Damian Singletary. 38 of Axel Zero. The 18 Bean Weeby. 00 of Alex Alves. The 88 Muhammad Abdullah. 95 Tavis Hakken. The 8 of Ron Jackson. Had a horrible crash in the Truck Series. The 43 of Benjamin Wallace. We've got Skylar Roach in the 81. The 20 of Yale Carrillo. The 54 Evan McCollum. 13 of Matt Riddle, fourth place in points. And the 4 of Zach Cronin. So you see the way the track is laid out. A very wide track. We're going to see 5 wide, maybe even 6 wide at times. And I'm not exaggerating. It is a wild track. 40 drivers are going to start this race, and there's probably not going to be much more than maybe 10 or 15 drivers that finish this race. See, the cars are spreading out for the start. On the restarts, they'll spread out as well. It's just to ensure that they have enough room on the start of these races in case somebody has an issue, a tire go down, or a mechanical failure. So Alvin Jones leading this field to the green flag. And here we go, the pace car down pit road. The field is on the front stretch, and green flag is in the air. We are underway here at Ozark. And the field is going to quickly go up and through the gears, and almost 200 miles an hour. Actually, probably past 220 miles an hour once they get to the start-finish line. 37 of Alex Johnson out front. Here comes the 41 of Tyrell Reznor. He is battling for the lead already. We are over 200 miles an hour. 220 entering this turn. Tyrell to the front. We are going to see numerous lead changes tonight. April Pryor running in second. Where is the safest place to be? I have no idea. Actually, with this current configuration of cars, we're about 235 miles an hour after the first lap. Tyrell Reznor leading the first lap. Tim Hoffman, one of the points contenders, trying to take the lead away. Here comes Bruzero. The 48 Ryan Benjamin. The 1 Laura Lee Wiebe. She is looking for redemption after last night's race. Look how close the 48 and the 34 are. They're nearly touching through the turn. We have 87 laps of this racing. This is going to be crazy. Up at the front, I think it's Laura Lee Wiebe who is going to lead that lap. 4 wide behind her. 5 wide almost now. The 48 and the 34, they are still beating off of each other. Hitting each other left and right. Now Laura Lee going to fall back. Here comes the 42 of Hunter Blade. To the front. We are nearing 240 miles an hour. And look at this. Almost 5 wide now at the front of the field. They spread out. Logan York, the 52, Robert Pollard. Here comes Sam Oskin. 5 wide, 6 wide at the front for a brief second. While all of this is happening, let's go through the field here. In the back, you see Evan McCollum has lost the draft. Matt Riddle, points contender, staying in the back of the field for obvious reasons. You see the entire pack of cars here. There's the points leader, Callie Hancock, trying to make her way to the front, try to get out of harm's way. She's on the inside line. Speeds are so fast here. Any little mistake is going to send you and many others into the wall, flipping upside down. Callie Hancock trying to get to the front, trying to lead this race. She might actually get the lead before the lap ends here. 3 wide for the lead. Now Ryan Benjamin and Austin Johnson leaning on each other. Here comes the 4200 blade on the inside. Callie Hancock had the lead for a second. She's going to fall back. Look at this. Logan York on the inside. They're so close to each other. Oh, and there's a crash. And you see, oh, the 34 Bruce 0, the 19, I think that is. The 88 Muhammad Abdullah, the 36 Jacob Britt. Points contender Sam Oskin involved. Evan McCollum, heavy damage on his car. Make sure everybody can get back to the start-finish line without wrecking. So already the first caution out here at Ozark. The first big crash. Normally when they wreck like that at the front of the field, it takes out a lot of drivers, a lot more than what it did. Looks like we still have the majority of the field in this race, so that's good to see. One of the points contenders involved. Pablo West leading this race. Robert Pollard running in second. Jacob Britt has heavy damage on his car. The 54 Evan McCollum. Matt Riddle, I think he might have been involved in that. He's on pit road. The 88 Muhammad Abdullah, the 19 Dylan Eberheim, and they flipped. Sam Oskin, heavy damage to his car. Bruce 0 as well. So 33 cars, I believe, made it through without crashing. Let's go through and look what happened. Man, I don't even know. Let's try. Well, let's watch the 88 Muhammad Abdullah here. Crash started happening. He tagged Jacob Britt. Look at that. That's just... Once they hit that wall, it's crazy. Oh, Matt Riddle. Hard into the wall. There's... Wow. More carnage here. Well, you guys wanted a track that caused a lot of chaos and carnage, and you guys picked the right one. Ozark is one of the craziest tracks on the circuit. We are going to be running this track next season. My gosh, look at this. And then they all just start flipping and wrecking. Matt Riddle had nowhere to go. I think he is probably going to be out of the race. 88 Muhammad Abdul, and they flip all the way down to the bottom of the track. This was entering turn 1. Looked like Dylan Eberheimen spun the 88 out. Matt Riddle had nowhere to go, and at that speed, he hit hard. And then Evan McCollum hit as well. Muhammad Abdul flipping. Let's go ahead and ride on board with the 13 of Matt Riddle. See what he saw and see how hard this hit was. Oh, whoops. Wrong button. There we go. Crash starts happening. Cars flipping everywhere. Ooh. That was a pretty hard hit. I'm pretty sure Matt Riddle's race is over. One of the points contenders. He is still on pit road. He's multiple laps down at this point. Pablo West, the race leader. Still under caution. Robert Pollard is in second. Third, Sahara Rocha. Tyrell Reznor, fourth. Cody Rhodes, fifth. Sixth place, Ryan Benjamin. There's Laura Lee Wiebe. Logan Gentry, Tim Hoffman. 10th place, Austin Johnson. Logan York in 11th place. Callie Hancock, 12th. Points leader entering this race. She won at Daytona. There's a 42 of Hunter Blade. John Book, 14th. 15th place, Skylar Rocha. The 38 of Axel 0 behind Skyler. Got Tavis Hakken, Alex Alves, Jeremiah Duane, Yel Carrillo, Zach Cronin, Lindsey Hancock, Damian Singletary, Ron Jackson, Steve Pollard, Alex Johnson, Alejandro Rodriguez, Stephen Pollard III, Nancy Pryor, Benjamin Wallace, April Pryor, Bean Wiebe, Jacob Britt, and in 33rd position is Brendan Hancock. You see Sam Oskin and Bruce 0, they're out on the track. Matt Riddle, though, out of the race. one of the points contenders out early here. And Matt Riddle, one of the, I would have called him a threat to win a championship. His season hopes could be up in smoke, though. He was 4th in points, 80 points back. Sam Oskin 3rd in points. He was 52 points back entering this race. He is a lap down, and his race, well, his hopes of winning the race definitely over. He needs some more crashes to happen. But with him being a lap down, he could be out of harm's way. 34 of Brew Zero as well. He is 12th in points, and his day is pretty much done. He might be out of the points championship, but it also depends who else is going to wreck. Still have a long way to go in this race. We know there's going to be a lot more that's going to happen, a lot more wrecks. Pablo West, the race leader. There's Jacob Britt. Where are the rest of the cars? Well, the two of Sam Oskin, actually, they're on the lead lap, I believe. Sam Oskin and Brew Zero. Jacob Britt is a lap down. He is starting on the inside. Pablo West leading this race. So, like we said, after this week of racing, after this race, 2 more races left. 2 more weeks left in season number 2 for the All-Star Offline Racing Series. A few changes are going to be happening next season, and we will explain that for the sign-up video. If you are watching this race, the sign-ups are going to be posted 1 week after the season finale at Homestead. So, Saturday after Homestead will be the sign-up video. So look for that. So the field coming off of turn 4. Pace car is going to drop down into pit road. We're going to restart this race. See what else happens here at Ozark. How slow is this 36 going to be on the restart? Will he stack the field up? Pablo West restarting. He will take the green flag. Sahara on the outside of Robert Pollard. And Jacob Britt, the answer is I think he is going to slow the field down. He is pretty slow. Top few drivers getting passed already. Robert Pollard taking the lead away. 4 wide for the lead. Sahara goes on the outside. Here comes Tyrell down low. Everyone's still getting past Jacob Britt. A long line of cars behind these drivers. It takes a few laps for these drivers to get back up into the main draft, but that ensures that we're going to have more green flag racing instead of a ton of crashes right off the bat. So Cody Rhodes, Tyrell, Reznor, and Pablo West battling for the lead. Cody Rhodes had a very good run. Finished 2nd in the truck race last night. And a photo finish with Stephen Pollard. Still see a lot of drivers far back here. Sam Oskin way off the pace. So is Brew Zero. Back here, these drivers have caught Jacob Britt. They're going to get past him, though, without too much of an issue. The 37, he fell back a little bit. Going up through the field, and a lot of single file racing, and then you see the front few drivers here, about the top 10 drivers, starting to mix it up. Sahara has the lead. Here comes Ryan Benjamin on the inside line. Now Logan Gentry as well, trying to take the lead away. And they're starting to race very aggressively up at the front. And that was I don't even know who led that lap that time. I think it might have been Ryan Benjamin. And Ryan Benjamin was credited with that lap led. The lead changes so fast here. I mean, if we have a lot of drivers in the main pack at the end of the race, it's anybody's game. Here comes Cody Rhodes down low, 4 wide for the lead, 4 wide everywhere else. Ryan Benjamin led that last lap, and he is going to probably fall back to about 7th or 8th this time by. Cody Rhodes, Tyrell Reznor, I think, led that lap. Tyrell went from 14th to 2nd. Just how fast you can move up through the field here. A lot of drivers still outside of the lead draft. I think they're just kind of holding off for now. They know what happened in that first crash. The scary thing is, though, is if there is a wreck up at the front of the field, the cars always come down the track, and then going as fast as these drivers are going, it causes a huge hazard, and there's a lot of drama that happens trying to get past the crash. Ryan Benjamin and Laura Lee Wiebe almost made contact. They are bouncing off of each other down the front stretch. That's not what Callie Hancock wants to see. Callie Hancock, the points leader, involved in a crash. Upside down, and Laura Lee Wiebe. Oh, Ron Jackson, a huge pile up now on the back stretch. Ryan Benjamin. April prior, there's Brendan Hancock. Sahara Rocha got a good piece of damage there. Callie Hancock, her car's still moving. She has heavy damage. The points leader, Laura Lee Wiebe, a lot of damage on her car. Ryan Benjamin, Brendan Hancock. Sahara Rocha is out of the race. Nancy Pryor. Man, oh man. Second caution of the race happening already. I did not think they were going to be able to make it that long. Or that, I don't know. I just did not think they were going to be able to make it. Callie Hancock stuck on the outside. I'm not sure if she'll be able to repair her car. I think she is out of the race. Benjamin Wallace, Ron Jackson. See Nancy Pryor. There's Sahara Rocha, Brendan Hancock, Ryan Benjamin. So many points contenders. Let's see if Callie retires. Yep, Callie Hancock, the points leader, out of the race. And everybody coming down pit road. Laura Lee Wiebe making her way down pit road as well. This race has not been good. Not been good to the points contenders. So now Callie Hancock, Sam Odoskin, Matt Riddle, Brendan Hancock, Nancy Pryor, Ryan Benjamin, Brew Zero. All drivers in the top 12 that have had issues already. Ooh, a little bit of contact between the 12 and the 37. It's Logan Gentry, Tavis, Hakken, and Pablo West, the top 3 drivers out of pit road. And the field now getting smaller and smaller as this race continues. Let's go through and show you what happened. Laura Lee Wiebe out of the race. Right here, just her and Ryan Benjamin. And then Callie Hancock along for the ride, Sahara Rocha. And, I mean, watch this. Ron Jackson, Benjamin Wallace, many others involved. Brendan Hancock was involved as well. That's the thing. When you're up at the front of the field, you're always in danger of crashing. But when you're back here, you're still in danger of crashing. These drivers were not even with the lead pack. Watch how all this unfolds. Oh, wow. Brendan right into Laura Lee as she was flipping through the air. Well, let's ride on board with Laura Lee Wiebe. Hold on tight. This is going to get wild. Flipping end over end. And then, wow, look at that. Her car just completely demolished. Go on board with Ron Jackson for this crash. Bam, right there. Ryan Benjamin, hard crash. Ryan Benjamin again out of the race. He was out last night in the truck race. And hold on to this one too. This is going to be a hard hit. And watch this hit when Ron Jackson, bam. What about the 18? Bean Weeby, he was back here. He did not get any damage from this. He missed it somehow. Look how high those cars get. How much air. Split right through the middle. Bean Weeby's still in this race. Possibly get a win. He won at Texas earlier this season. So 28 drivers left in this race, and that's it. Not even halfway through this race. We are nearing the halfway point, but still a long way to go. Will there be any more points contenders that have issues? I know we said we were going to know who has a shot at winning the championship after this race, but we might not know. So, one more lap until the green flag. We're only on lap number 20 in this race out of 87. Not even halfway through yet. A lot of drivers out of the race. We're almost down to half the field out. A lot of drivers up at the front of the field are not points contenders yet, but after this race, they very well could be. Logan Gentry, the race leader. Tavis Hakken, second. Third, Pablo West. Fourth, Axel 0. And fifth, Skylar Rocha. Hunter Blade behind Skylar. Right now, Skylar and Hunter, they're two of the points contenders. They're having a good run right now. Hunter Blade 6th in points. Skylar 7th in points. This race could very well open up the door for many drivers. So can we get a long green flag run in? I don't think we're going to. I think this is going to continue to be a crash fest. I mean, hopefully not, but the way it's been so far, it has been crazy. Two cautions already, two huge crashes. The restart getting ready to be back underway. Logan Gentry going to lead the field to the green. We are back underway here at Ozark. Green flag in the air. Logan got a great restart. See the field spread out again from first to last, at least in this race. See how long it takes for them to start racing again. Very close. Yeah, we could end up with only about 10 cars left in this race, the way it's going. Single file for the first 15, 20 or so drivers. Now 3 wide for second. Here comes Axel 0 on the inside, Pablo West in the middle. Pablo now going to make a move down low. He is going to try to get past Logan Gentry. Did not take long for them to be 4 wide for the lead. And Axel 0 to the front. Logan Gentry did lead that lap. He was credited with the lap lead. Battle for the lead. Pablo West trying to hold on the outside line. Here comes the 95 of Tavis Hakken. And yet again, these drivers racing very aggressively, very close. A lot of drivers behind them trying to catch up to the front pack. See the front pack here, and then a lot of drivers, kind of the stragglers of the field. Sam and Osk and Jacob Britt are out of the lead pack, and then these drivers back here, they're just kind of riding around trying to catch the main pack. There's Tim Hoffman running around the 20th position. He is one of the points contenders still in this race. The 12th of April Pryor has damage. A couple positions behind him. Look at Bean Weeby. He could possibly jump into contention depending on where he finishes today. Alejandro Rodriguez, Damian Singletary, Austin Johnson, Alex Alves, and a huge pack of cars here. Look at that John Book. Look at Logan York now to the front. And they're getting way too close again. Too close for comfort. I'm sensing another caution here very soon. I think as this race wears on, though, I think these drivers are... I don't know. There's not as many drivers in the pack, in the main pack. I don't think they're going to have as many crashes now. I think we might be able to go 10 or 15 laps without a caution. See, there's not a whole lot of cars in this pack. 5 wide, though. Back here for third. Just as I'm saying this, they're about ready to wreck again. Oh, Skylar Rocha around the 38th of 41. Skylar saves it. Zach Cronin down low. He is going to hit the wall. I don't think anybody else hit any of these drivers. Axel 0, Zach Cronin. The 41 of Tyrell Reznor does have some damage. How they made it without crashing, I don't know. How Skylar saved that car, I have no idea. And the caution flag back out. First time today we have had a caution without a massive crash. Skylar Roach possibly made the save of the century. He's running in 16th place. He was basically sideways and saved it. So now Yale Carrillo, the 20, he is leading this race. He won a Super Speedway race earlier this season, the Truck Series race at Talladega. Zach Cronin has a little bit of damage on the back of his car. Not too bad. He was basically almost coming to a stop. So hopefully he can continue to be in this race and be in contention. See Axel 0 coming down pit road. Skylar Rocha as well on pit road. Everybody else staying out. Let's go ahead and show you that crash. Skylar Rocha, the 81, the black car there. Hit the 10 of Pablo West, I believe, coming out of this turn. And somehow they all saved it. Watch this. Actually, no, he was hit by Hunter Blade. Wow. See Zach Cronin spinning through the infield. He was about 80 miles an hour right there. I think Tyrell Reznor hit one of the drivers here. Yeah, he was in this crash. Watch this. He hits the 38 of Axel 0 and somehow keeps it off of the wall and off of everybody else. Let's right on board with Skylar Rocha through all of this. Like we said, he was sideways. He was hit by the 42 of Hunter Blade. They're just racing so close with each other. How this was not bigger, I have no idea. Right on board again with Bean Weeby through this. Actually, no, let's go with Damian Singletary. He was running in 16th place at the time of this crash. Watch this. All of this happening, and he makes a huge move past these drivers. And Damian Singletary in the top 10 now. Damian Singletary running in 6th place. So Yale Carrillo, the race leader. We're nearing the halfway point now of this race. So how are you guys enjoying Ozark Super Speedway? I told you it was going to be a wild event. 3 cautions so far in 28 laps. Pablo West in second. Pablo has been kind of resurfacing every time he loses the lead or gets out of the top 5. He is back up at the front. He has a good shot right now of winning this race. Still a long way to go. 60 laps to go actually in this race. So a lot of drivers in this race having great runs that are not points contenders. And a lot of drivers out of the race that are points contenders. Matt Riddle, Callie Hancock, the first two that come to mind. Some of the other drivers like Tim Hoffman, Skylar Rocha, they've been able to miss all of the crashes. Well, not all of them. Skylar was just involved in a crash, but they've been able to miss the hard crashes. Hunter Blade as well. Bruiser is still running in this race, trying to get himself into the points contention. I believe we have only, 25 or 26 drivers left in this race? Still a good bit of cars left. Sam Oskin was involved in the first crash. He's in 24th. He has got a lot of damage, though. He has been off the pace after every restart. Still holding on to the lead lap. Skylar, Rocha, Axel, and Zach Cronin came down pit road. Jacob Britt is a lap down. He is 28th, so we have 28 drivers left in the race. Points leader entering this race, Callie Hancock, out of the race in 29th position. It's one thing with the ticker. If you look up at the top, when it says minus 10L, that's minus 10 laps. That's how many laps down they are. If it does not say a time after that, like minus 1 minute and 7 seconds, that means they are out of the race. If you look when the ticker comes back around, Jacob Britt, I think it says he is minus 2 minutes or something, or minus 1 minute and 10 seconds. After it says he is 1 lap down, that means he is still in the race. Everybody else out of the race behind Jacob Britt. So the 20 of Yale Carrillo going to lead the field to the green flag again. We're going to start lap number 30. It's been a wild event so far. Still have 28 drivers in this race, 12 drivers out. Just finished up our third caution. The restart zone is pretty much the start-finish line. So the green flag is now in the air. Actually, it looked like they restarted right after the start-finish line. Pablo West and Logan York, second and third, trying to run down the 20 of Yale Carrillo. Jacob Britt, he has held up a lot of drivers already in this run. Top 3 drivers pulled away, and now the rest of the field trying to catch back up to the leaders. Oh, Bean Weeby almost hit the 38, or 36, I'm sorry, of Jacob Britt. Jacob now on the inside line. I think everyone's going to pass him on the outside. But that was a near miss for Bean Weeby. Up front, they're already racing aggressively again, 230 miles and more per hour. So, look at this. Logan York to the front. A lot of single file behind them trying to catch this lead pack. Logan York is the race leader. Pablo West trying to take the lead away. Like we said, once he loses the lead or loses a few positions, he is back down low and taking the lead away yet again. Logan York led that lap. He is looking to get himself into the points contention in these last couple races. The way this race has played out so far, if he can finish this race and win, he has a pretty good shot, I would say, of making it into the championship. He would definitely have to scratch and claw his way into Homestead, though. 4 wide for third. Oh, Logan York, never mind. He is, hard into the wall. And he is caught in the fence, and there's another crash. Who is that? The 20 of Yale Carrillo. The 24. I think that's Bean Weeby. No, maybe not. Damian Singletary, Lindsey Hancock. Damian Singletary flipping wildly. The 24, Stephen Pollard the third. Logan York. Man, we were just talking about Logan, saying he had a shot of winning the championship. And now again, the 4th caution of the race. Damian Singletary missed pit road. He is going to have to limp all the way around. I don't even know if he's going to be able to make it all the way around. Logan York, Lindsey Hancock, Stephen Pollard, heavy damage. I think he'll be able to continue. Yale Carrillo has damage. Bruiser. A couple drivers coming down pit road. Bruiser, Steve Pollard, the 77. I think that's Austin Johnson. They're coming down. Looks like Austin has a little bit of damage on the front of his car. Yeah, he definitely has some. Well, let's go back and see what all happened here. Logan York, we saw him. He was spun out. Pablo West trying to take the lead away. Logan York was the leader. And watch this. Actually, it was the 14 of Cody Rhodes, I believe. This is coming into, I believe, turn 3. Cody just nowhere to go. Actually, Damien Singletary. And bam, look at that. Stuck in the wall. And then I don't know who... Ooh, I don't know who caused the second part of this crash. Ooh, the 96 again, I think. Damien Singletary. Look at that. 24, Stephen Pollard. Lindsey Hancock. There's Singletary flipping, barrel rolling wildly. Luckily, nobody else was involved in this crash. So what happened here? This was 2 crashes in 1 lap. You see Singletary hits Cody Rhodes, who spins Logan York out. Oh, Austin Johnson hit Singletary, and Lindsey Hancock spins out. Stephen Pollard and Yel Carrillo were also involved. So, another crash yet again. We're losing cars left and right. Stephen Pollard has repaired his car. He is back out on the track. Robert Pollard, the race leader, nearing the halfway point still in this race. Although we have not seen a massive crash yet. We've seen some pretty big flips, but sometimes there is a huge crash that will take out 15 or so cars. So far, we've seen crashes in the turns. Every once in a while, in some of these races coming off of turn 4, there will be a huge crash where cars flip and spin every which way. They flip into pit road, and it's just a crazy crash. I don't know if we'll see that one today. But in the test races that we ran before we started this race, there was some pretty wild crashes that took 20-plus drivers out of the race in one sweep of a crash. We've seen a lot of smaller incidents today. Nearing the 1 hour mark already in this race. We're not even halfway. We're on lap 35 out of 87. You guys wanted carnage and basically like a demolition derby style race almost is what it seems like, and you're getting that today. 4th caution, I believe it is, right now here at Ozark. A lot of drivers damaged, and been a wild race. If we can get about 10 or 15 laps of green flag racing, we'll have a pretty large pack, and then we could see a huge crash, but hopefully they go green for a while. We want to see some good racing. So next time by, the green flag is going to be back in the air. I did not think we would have any more Super Speedway races this season. We had a Super Speedway race in the ARCA series this week, and now here at Ozark. I think this is probably going to become the favorite track from this series. Underdog Robert Pollard out front. Look who's in 3rd place. That's Hunter Blade, one of the points contenders. He could have the points lead if he can finish this race. Still have over 50 laps to go when they get the restart. Oh, what's happening with Jacob Britt? Jacob Britt has a tire down, I think. He's on the apron. He is not going to be with the leaders on the restart. Interesting turn of events here for that 36. His day just keeps getting worse and worse. So he's going to come down pit road. He could lose another lap. A lot of points contenders out of the race. You see on the top the ticker going by. Those drivers are out of the race. Benjamin Wallace says, well, we didn't talk about him. He is a points contender. And he finished 36 today. So he is probably going to be out of the points battle. Matt Riddle in 39th. So Robert Pollard, the 52, going to restart this race. We're back underway. See how long it takes for these drivers to catch up since they don't have the lapped car of Jacob Britt to slow them down. Top 3 drivers single file. They got a pretty nice restart. Top 2 did. Robert Pollard and Pablo West. Pablo West still up at the front. He's been one of the contenders in this race so far, all race long. He's been right up with the leaders. Down the front stretch, a few new faces emerging. There's the 11 of Alejandro Rodriguez, Alex Alves, Bean Weeby, and John Book. Haven't talked about these drivers that much yet. And look at this, Jacob Britt. He is off of pit road, but they are catching him very fast. This could create some major issues. Jacob Britt not even up to 200 miles an hour yet. He's down low. I think everyone might get past him on the outside, actually. That's good to see. Very good to see. Thought we were going to see a big crash. Oh, Jacob Britt coming up the track. Everyone's still going to get past him. Up front, they're battling really close yet again. Pablo West going for the lead here. Blade to the front, trying to get out of harm's way. There's 2 packs that look like are starting to form. A lot of cars off the draft. These cars here are battling so close. Right after the restart, they slide up the track. Cody Rhodes to the front. Back here, this is Tim Hoffman, Zach Cronin, Jeremiah Duane, Tyrell Reznor. These drivers trying to catch the front pack. We could have 17 drivers in this lead pack if everything goes okay. Robert Pollard on the bumper on the side of the 11 of Alejandro Rodriguez. 5 wide for second coming out of the turn. It's getting very intense already. Shortly after the restart, John Book into Alejandro. Look at the 00 Alex Alves to the front. Big pack of cars forming up here. They're 4, 5 wide. A lot of great racing. I hope they can continue without crashing the 52 and the 11 back into each other again. Banging doors. They have been hitting each other left and right last lap or two. The 4200 Blade to the front, trying to take the lead away, trying to get out of this mess. Now here comes Tavis Hakken. They make contact again. The 52 and the 11 do. 230 miles an hour, and they're not crashing yet. Big pack of cars now. Skylar Rocha, April prior, trying to hang on to the draft. Man, Skylar could have the points lead if they wreck up here. And he finishes this race, he could very well be the points leader. The 52 and the 11 are still gunning for each other. Robert Pollard not giving the 11 of Alejandro any slack. Oh my gosh, look at this. They are so close to each other. 45 laps to go in this race. And the 14, Cody Rhodes and Robert Pollard. beating and banging off of each other. The 4 of Zach Cronin goes to the lead. Here comes the 51, Jeremiah Duane. Finished 3rd in the ARCA race at Eldora last night. He is battling for the lead. Look at the 18, Bean Weeby. Moving up through the field. Man, Robert Pollard being very aggressive in this race. He is hitting everybody in his sight. Alex Alves led that lap just by a very small margin. Bean Weeby had the lead, but he is going to lose it quickly. Skylar Rocha is starting to lose the draft. April Pryor as well. So we have 15 drivers. Actually, right now you could say 16 if you count April Pryor as a lead draft car. 16 drivers in this pack. Longest green flag run I think we've had so far. Cody Rhodes bouncing off of Bean Weeby. I don't know how they're saving these cars at this speed. Don't want to say anything too soon and jinx anybody. 43 laps to go at Ozark. Laps are definitely winding down now. Jeremiah Duane back underneath Zach Cronin, trying to take the lead away again. So what is a lap like here at Ozark? Riding on board with Hunter Blade, the 42. Let's go up a little bit more in the pack. Riding on board with 62 of John Book. How close do they get? Look at that. Just about banging doors with the 42. Oh my gosh, so close off of turn 4. Being wavy to the front. There is no room for error here. Skylar Rocha has lost the lead pack, and the 12 of April Pryor will lose the lead pack as well. 4, almost 5 wide for the lead. Tim Hoffman goes to the front, one of the points contenders. Hunter Blade on the outside, he's another points contender. Tavis Hakken goes for the lead, he will get it. Speaking of drivers who have won Super Speedway races this season, Tavis won the truck race opener at Daytona. He knows how to get it done here in the Super Speedway series. The 00, Alex Alves going back to the front. I'm surprised we have went this many laps without crashing. It's great to see that though. 40 to go. This time by it's going to be 39 laps to go here at Ozark. Bean Weeby and Alejandro Rodriguez trying to fight with each other. April Pryor still trying to hold on to this pack. She might be able to catch them. Four wide for the lead. Alejandro and Bean almost hit each other. I'm not sure how long the pit window is at this track. If we go green the rest of the way, they might have to pit for fuel. They did come down pit road, I believe it was on lap 17 of this race. 37 of Alex Johnson back to the front. Haven't seen him up in the front in a while. April Pryor has unfortunately lost the draft now, officially. Sam Oskin, Jacob Britt about to go a lap down. Where are the leaders going to go when they catch Samet? Will this cause a crash? Leader is going to swallow the 2 up instantly. About a 20-mile-an-hour difference between these leaders and Samet Oskin. Oh, bouncing off each other. Tim Hoffman, Pablo West, and Alex Alves. They did make contact, but no crash. Somehow they saved it. Tense moments when they catch these lap cars. Jacob Britt, he's about 15 miles an hour off the pace. There he is, and the leaders are going to catch him next. Where are they going to go when they catch him? Oh, everybody able to get past. They're a little more spread out now. After passing Sam and Oskin, 5 wide there, putting Jacob Britt in the middle. They somehow get past the lap cars without any issues. This does split the field up a little bit. While they regain the lead draft. Look here, Stephen Pollard the third, Bruce Zero, and Yel Krillo, they're all 3 drafting with each other. Actually putting on some pretty good lap times. They're about a second off the pace, so they're not too slow. These drivers here, Steve Pollard, that's Austin Johnson, and Axel Zero, they're racing with each other as well. They're basically up to speed. Skyler in 17th, he's off the lead draft. Sam Oskin, Jacob Britt, April Pryor, still out of the lead pack, but speaking of the lead pack, they have all found each other again. And once more, they are so close to each other. 5 wide back there. Behind the leaders, Bean Weeby and the 4200 Blade made contact. Coming off the turn. Speeds upwards of 240 miles an hour entering the turns. We saw Yel Carrillo and those 2 other cars he was drafting with about 235 miles an hour entering the turn, so they're not too slow. 5 wide for the lead again. Racing here at Ozark is incredible. Alex Alves out front. Here comes Tyrell Reznor to the front. I think Alex is going to get that lap led. 33 laps to go here at Ozark. Longest green flag run we've had so far. I think with this pack being fairly small, 16 cars in this pack, I don't know if we'll see another crash. I mean, they are definitely bouncing off of each other still. I don't know. It's just a wild race. Weeby, Tavis, Hakken, and Alex Johnson side by side. Here comes Zach Cronin now. 5 wide again, almost 6 wide. Back down to 5 wide. Zach pulls ahead. Now here comes Cody Rhodes on the inside for the lead. Remember, we have not had a mechanical failure in this race, but if we have a mechanical failure, the caution flag would be out. John Book made contact with Logan. Tim Hoffman's starting to lose the draft a little bit. I don't know if he had to get out of the gas. Dropped back a little bit, dropped to 16th place. Actually, no, 15th place. We have 15 drivers in this lead pack. Oh my gosh. Car's getting very antsy. Tires are starting to wear out too, I can only imagine. Oh, contact! The 51 Jeremiah Dwayne, the 52. 62 and flipping through the air. The 14 Cody Rhodes is involved. Robert Pollard, the 52. Caution flag is out. Skylar Rocha able to get past. Robert Pollard, Jeremiah Dwayne, John Book, and Cody Rhodes all involved with this crash. And Pablo West, yet again, going to be the race leader. So now the field, even smaller. Robert Pollard coming down pit road. I don't know if these drivers are going to retire from this race. John Book, heavy damage to his car. Jeremiah Dwayne as well. Wasn't a terrible crash. See Robert Pollard on pit road. The leaders are coming down pit road. So to answer our question, oh, there's a crash on pit road. Zach Cronin gets spun out. That's going to lose him a lot of time in pit road. Go ahead and look at the reason for the caution. Robert Pollard leading this race, entering this lap. John Book, my gosh, almost turned the 42 around. And then I believe it was Logan Gentry, the 6, spins the 51 out, I think. Yeah, entering turns 3. Spins Jeremiah out, and look at this. Hard crash there. How any of these drivers are able to continue, I have no idea. Jeremiah Duane flipping upside down. He was having a great run. Robert Pollard back in this race. Cool to see him in this race still. Bean Weeby stays out. So he is the only lead lap driver who did not pit. John Book is back in this race, Cody Rhodes and Jeremiah Duane, so nobody retires from this race. They are all back in this event. We will be right back with the conclusion of this race. We are back here at Ozark. There were drivers that came down pit road. Jacob Britt, Sam Oskin, and a few other lap cars did pit. Bean Weeby out front. Not sure if Bean's going to have to pit before this race ends. If we go green flag the whole way, he might have to pit. Not sure what his strategy is. I think it's just trying to stay out front, stay in the lead. So unless anybody else can stay with this lead pack, we should only have about 12 drivers now in the lead pack. Somehow the 42 of Hunter Blade having a great run tonight. The 81 of Skylar Rocha in 10th place. He's having a decent run. Points Contenders there, and then Tim Hoffman in 13th place, having a good run as well. Those three could really benefit hugely in this race. There's still more time left in this race, though, so who knows what's going to happen. 27 laps to go right now, 26 to go at the line. Pace lights are off on the pace car, so next time by we'll be going to green flag. 3 cars a lap down on the inside line. That's something we did not see last time. Jacob Britt was the only car a lap down. He had a tire issue, came down pit road. So what is going to happen? What are the points going to be like after tonight's race? Don't forget, next week, ISM for both the Cup and the Truck Series. And then that will head into the final race at Homestead for both series as well. A lot of racing still to go this season. And of course, after this season, we have a lot of new changes happening in the series. A lot of different things happening, so stay tuned for that. I mean, we've kind of said some of the spoilers on the website. But a lot of new things hopefully coming soon, and hopefully we can expand this series even more. It's been a lot of fun this season, a lot of drama and a lot of action. So 18 of Bean Weeby getting ready to take the restart. with 26 laps to go. So here we go, off of turn 4. We're on the front stretch now. Bean Weeby going to lead the field to the green. 26 laps to go here at Ozark. We are back underway. Bean Weeby really dragged the restart there. Got a great start, though. He pulls ahead of all the lap cars, and Sam Oskin going past Robert Pollard, Jacob Britt as well. Those three, the 52, the 2, and the 36, a lap or more down, and they're damaged and off the pace. Everybody trying to get past these drivers without any issues. Bean Weeby, huge lead. That might not be a good thing for him unless he can block. These drivers going to try. Oh, Bean Weeby coming down pit road. The race leader coming down pit road. I don't know. There's no smoke. He might have a tire down. I'm not sure why. Yeah, he has a tire down. Right sides for that 18 machine. Not good for Bean Weeby. His race, I think, might be over. We're going to watch and see if he goes a lap down. He's actually taking the left side. That shows that they might not know which tire is down. He's going to, yeah, he is going to go a lap down, though. Unfortunate for Bean Weeby. Here's the race leader again, Pablo West, as they lap Bean Weeby, who was coming out of pit road. If they get a caution, though, this could be a good thing for Bean. I mean, obviously, he's going to be a lap down. That's not a good thing, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. 12th of April prior, the 81 Skylar Rocha. They're both in this lead pack this time. Great to see them up here. 42 of Hunter Blade. So the 42, the 81, and the 3 could be the top 3 drivers in points after today's race. Unless they wreck. Skylar Rocha, he's getting very close to Tyrell. So 11 drivers in this lead pack. Look at the 12th April prior. She was not able to hold on to the lead draft on the last restart. Lost the draft, and now here she is battling Pablo for the lead. And she is going to go to the front. I think she's going to lead this lap. A few drivers behind this lead pack trying to catch up, but they are too far back, a few seconds behind. Here comes Skylar Roach underneath of the 12, the 42, and the 10. Actually, no, there's 11 drivers now in the lead pack. 12th place is Zach Cronin. He is off the pace. They're almost 2 seconds behind these leaders. While they race, Bean Weeby, 24th position, all by himself. He does have Robert Pollard here, but Robert pretty slow. 20 of Yo Carrillo running in 16th. He's a lap down. These drivers here, Austin Johnson, Zach Cronin, Steve Pollard, and Axel Zero trying to catch the leaders. But with 4 cars compared to 11 cars, it is not going to happen. This time by, it's going to be 20 laps to go. Will we have another crash? Or will they be able to finish this race without any more crashes? Oh, the 37 of Alex Johnson into Skyler. That could have caused massive carnage for all of the points contenders in this race. Look at Skyler and Tim. I think that was 6 wide. They're beating and banging on each other. We're really watching the 3, the 81, and the 42. They are 3 of the drivers in the points contention. They're trying to finish this race and trying to survive. At this point, I don't even know if I would be in the lead pack. If you were one of those 3 drivers, I think being outside of the lead pack and finishing in 15th would be better than trying to win this race and possibly crashing. But tell that to the drivers. They don't care. They're just trying to win this race. Alex Johnson now underneath Skylar for second. Pablo falling back. April Pryor still the race leader. Tyrell Reznor, the 41, he is starting to fall back a little bit. He might lose this lead pack unless he's going to take the advice and stay away from these leaders, let them wreck, and do everything that they're doing. Had a pretty good green flag run. Can we go to the end without another crash? I don't think so. The 00 and the 11 leaning on each other into the turn. There's the entire lead pack. 11 cars. This race could end in a blink of an eye for any of these drivers. Look at this, 5 wide for the lead. Tim Hoffman, Pablo West. There's Alex Johnson. 5 wide, and they made it work. Pablo back out front. If that 10 does not win this race, that is going to be a huge upset for that team. He is probably the strongest car in the pack. Almost 5 wide again for the lead. Pablo holding on the outside, though. One of the only drivers that can hold on that far up. Here comes April Pryor again, and Tavis Hakken. Can we get a first-time winner? Or will we have a repeat winner tonight? This time by 15 laps to go here at Ozark. We are definitely in the final stages of this race. Bean Weeby had fallen back to 22nd. Trying to stay 1 lap down. Just in case anything were to happen in this race, he could gain some more positions. Tim Hoffman going for the lead. There's 3 lap cars a few seconds ahead, and I think they're going to come into play. Who are they exactly? That's Robert Pollard, Sam Oskin, and Jacob Britt. So they're going to go a lap down soon. Callie Hancock watching in her hauler. She's really hoping the 3, the 81, or the 42 do not win this race. 42 of Underblade was leading that lap. Oh, is there a crash? Oh, there's a crash. Yep, there is. Who is that? Alejandro Rodriguez, Logan, Gentry, the 41, Tyrell Reznor. Caution flag back out. I did not even see that crash happen. We're going to have a restart with less than 10 to go, which means a single file restart, lap cars at the end of the field. And Pablo West back out front. Actually, no, he was scored second, I think. The 00 of Alex Alves scored as the race leader. So another caution, another restart. Let's go ahead and look what happened to some of these drivers. Logan Gentry, he has been involved in quite a bit of drama today. I don't think he started this wreck, though. He was on the outside line. It's hard to say. Oh, actually, he did start it into the 12. The 12 of April Pryor almost upside down. April Pryor, again, involved in a crash, and she got some pretty heavy damage to the back of her car. Almost went upside down. Watch this again. The 6 clips her, and, man, 2 wheels up in the air. She comes down and hits the wall. I don't think the 11, the 41, I don't think they hit anything. go ahead and watch Tyrell Reznor. Tyrell had just caught back up with the pack, and he was making his way towards the front. And he just 360s a few times. Same with the 11 of Alejandro Rodriguez. So restart with less than 10 to go. This is going to be a wild finish. So Tim Hoffman, he was second entering this race in the points, 46 points back. Hunter Blade was 90 points back in sixth. Skylar was seventh, 101 points back. Tim Hoffman right now could be the points leader. Right now, as they run, he is the points leader. Can he finish this race strong? So Alex Alves, the race leader. Pablo West second. Third, Tavis Hakken. Fourth, Hunter Blade. Fifth, Tim Hoffman, trying to win this race, trying to grab the points lead. Sixth is Alex Johnson, subbing for Alvin Jones. The 81 of Skylar Rocha in seventh. Eighth place, Austin Johnson. Ninth, Zach Cronin. 10th place, Axel Zero. These drivers, the 4, the 38, and the 32, they were off the pace. See if they can rejoin with the lead pack. 11th place is Steve Pollard. 12th is Alejandro Rodriguez, then Tyrell Reznor and Yel Carrillo. 14th of Cody Rhodes, and 15th. And then April Pryor, damaged from that crash. She actually has a good bit of damage. I don't think she's going to be a factor at all. The back end is completely smushed. Jeremiah Duane back in 17th. 18th place, Stephen Pollard. 19th, Bruce Zero. 20th is Logan Gentry. 21st, John Book. 22nd is Bean Weeby. 23rd is Sam Oskin. 24th, Robert Pollard. And 25th, Jacob Britt. Pace light should be off on the pace car this time. Yep, they are. So we will have a restart with 9 laps to go here at Ozark. Who is going to win? What else is going to happen? We could have another big crash. It could take out some more drivers. That's what a lot of drivers that are a lap or more down are hoping for. Last caution did not take anybody out. They're all still running. If we go green flag, this race is going to end in a few minutes. Lap times are around 35 seconds. Very, very excited to see the points after tonight's race. Points later, Callie Hancock, she was involved in the crash, out very early. Other drivers, Benjamin Wallace, Ryan Benjamin, Sahara Rocha, Matt Riddle, all out of the race. Matt Riddle is going to finish 39th, and I think his chances of winning the championship could be done. Also, Evan McCollum, he is a driver we did not talk about. He is finishing in last place. He was another points contender as well in the top 10. So all Tim Hoffman has to do is finish this race in this lead pack, and he will be the points leader entering ISM next week. Alex Alves, the 00, leading this race. Pablo West second. Pablo has been the fastest and most dominant car. I really think every restart we've had, or just about every restart, Pablo has restarted second. And here we go. 9 laps to go. Alex Alves is going to lead the field to the green. Slow restart, and here we go. We are underway at Ozark. Pablo got a great start, but you cannot pass underneath of a driver before the start-finish line. He goes up top. No drafting help. Tavis Hakken goes down low. 3 wide for the lead. Here comes Tavis for the lead. Remember, he won the Truck Series opener at Daytona. Pablo West going to make the move on the outside. Now Tavis Hakken battling with Pablo. Pablo passed the 00 on the outside. We have not seen that yet today. And Pablo West might actually be able to clear Tavis Hakken off of the turn. And Pablo West, it's like he has another gear in that car. We have not seen a driver make a move on the outside and actually complete it. And he did. He is still on the outside, pulling away. Tim Hoffman, 100 Blade battling here for second with Tavis Hakken and Alex Alves. A lot of stragglers in the back of the field, not going to be able to make it to the front pack. Looks like right now 8 drivers are in the lead pack. Skylar Rocha is in this pack as well. Oh, Cody Rhodes. He came down pit road, I think. Yeah, he did. He is right there. So he's going to go another lap down. Up at the front, Pablo West still leading this race. Tavis Hakken second. Alex Alves third, battling for second. Laps winding down very quickly. 100 Blade up to fourth. Here comes Skylar Rocha for fifth. Big line of cars behind these drivers. Led by Axel Zero, Steve Pollard, Zach Cronin, Tyrell Reznor. There's Alejandro Rodriguez, Yale Carrillo, and April Pryor, who is still holding on to this pack. Logan Gentry, Bean Weeby. Could have a pretty big pack of cars before this thing is over. It's mostly single file right now. Five laps to go. Pablo West still out front. He got the lead on the restart. Here comes Hunter Blade down on the inside. Battling for the lead. No drafting help. Nobody is able to make a move on that 10. Axel Zero leading his group of cars, trying to catch these drivers. He's a little bit faster than some of the drivers in front of him. Does not have a lot of straightaway speed, though. That's his issue, but in the turns, that 38 car is pretty quick. 4 laps to go. Pablo West still out front. Tavis Hakken trying to make a move. No drafting help, though. 3 wide behind these drivers. Austin Johnson up to 3rd place. He's been in the back all race long. And here he is up at the front. Axel Zero has caught Skylar Rocha. Is he going to be able to pull up even further? Long line of cars like a big train. I don't think any of these drivers have enough time to get to the front. They need to organize themselves if they want to have a shot at the lead. Pablo West took the lead on the restart. He has led, I think, the most laps out of anybody today. And he is out front leading. Nobody has anything for him yet. Saw that 10 car, the only car that was able to make a pass on the outside and actually complete it. 2 to go here at Ozark. We have a pretty nice size pack. Zach Cronin, 12th place, not able to get up here. But Axel 0 and Steve Pollard, same with 41 of Tyrell Reznor, they're all up in this lead pack. But no drafting help. If any of these drivers get out of line, they lose a lot of momentum. Here comes Hunter Blade with some drafting help. This time by the white flag is in the air. Pablo West taking the white flag. Can he close out this race and get the win? He's been the most dominant driver today. Been up in the top 5, top 10 all race long. Missed all the crashes. Here comes Tavis Hakken. Tavis right behind him running in second. Tavis, though, really loose off the turn. Pablo West just 2 more turns to go. Back here 3 wide for third. But nobody is going to have anything for that 10 of Pablo West. Pablo West off of turn number 4. Actually, no, they're in turn... Yeah, off of turn 4, he is going to win the race. And the 95 Tavis Hakken finishing second. Well, they were able to finish without crashing. Kind of surprising there. So 25 drivers finished this race. Pablo West, the most dominant driver. No surprise there that he won this race. As the field thinned out, he was able to pretty much control the race how he wanted. Points contenders, Hunter Blade, Skylar, Rocha, and Tim Hoffman finishing in 5th, 6th, and 8th. What a race. That was a wild event. One of our longer cup races we've had. A lot of crashes. So the points are definitely going to be interesting. You see, obviously, all these drivers out of the race. A lot of drivers with good finishes. Even a top 20 finish for some of these drivers who have not finished up near the front in recent weeks. A lot of drama, a lot of crashing, and a lot of damage. So we'll have to check the points out and see how they are entering race 19 out of 20. Race 18 out of 20, though, pretty wild. A lot of racing, a lot of drama and action everywhere on the track. A lot of points contenders in major trouble. Callie Hancock will definitely lose the points lead. Tim Hoffman, I believe, is the points leader. I don't think there's any question there. So let's see what the points are like after race number 18.